Hello, everyone, and welcome to Get Published, Industry Experts Share Their Secrets author interview series. Today, I am so excited to have co-author LaFleur-Anders, and we're going to be digging into what she shares in her chapter and all of the great things that she has going on in creative writing wellness and publishing. Mark your calendars. Get Published, Industry Experts Share Their Secrets is coming out May 8th. We are so excited for that. So make sure to sign up if you want to be the first to know when this book is released and get some exciting goodies that we have coming out for you. Welcome, Kay.
Hey, Nicolette. Thank you for having me.
Hi. Nice to have you here. So, Kay, you are a 3 times best-selling author. You are the founder and CEO of Chestnut Publishing House, a creative wellness coach who uses writing for women as an approach to help women heal. Share for anyone who is watching, what is a creative wellness coach?
A creative wellness coach is someone who, first focuses on your well-being and then help you release those creative blocks or move through creative blocks. And I choose to do it through writing. And it's a lived experience for me, specifically with journaling, that really helped me move through and peel through layers in my well-being that got me to open up creatively in my business. So that's what we do. We help you unblock.
So juicy, and you share a lot about that in your chapter. We're going to be digging into that a little bit. We were chatting just a little bit before we got started, and you said some people think that creativity, they kind of get scared off by the idea of that. Can you share a little bit about what creativity means to you?
Yeah, and honestly, I was one of those people, because anytime someone said, "Oh, you're so creative," I'm like, "No, I'm not. I can't cut in a straight line. I do not know how to paint." The first thing people think about is it's artistic only. But as we were talking about, creativity is life. Like getting dressed in the morning, how you put your outfit together, your accessories, problem solving, how you parent. It takes creativity to live in every aspect of your life. It takes creativity. So in many different areas, because there may be a block in your well-being, as far as let's say emotional wellness, there's some weights that you're carrying. So right now you're so emotionally heavy, it's hard for you to problem solve. Well, then I help you unblock that. And we do that through writing. So creativity is for everybody.
I love that. We're going to be digging in a lot more throughout this conversation. So your chapter is called My Relationship with Writing as a Release. And you write about your experience and process in helping women heal through writing. Can you share about your own writing journey and how really you went from writing everything down in your adolescence and early adulthood to having that completely stop after you got married and then finding your love for writing again? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I like to think of writing, my relationship with writing, as kind of like a love affair. But I guess that's part of me being an expressive writer, just go too deep into stuff. But I was always in love with words, like seriously, from the dictionary to the encyclopedia to journals, crossword puzzles, you named it. My mom was always supportive of my love for words. And I always wrote, when I say everything down, it's who I saw that day, what I did that day, what I ate that day. It was like documenting just every part. I wanted to write about it, and I wanted to learn new words and how to express it and describe it. And then
Uh-oh, I think we lost you. Okay.
oh gosh.
Oh, you're back.
Oh good. It was so I got married. I'm like, oh gosh. I got, and the weather is so crazy here, so I don't know. But
Yes.
I got married, had kids, we had businesses, and then all of that stopped for me. And I
Mm,
realized that I was just, it was kind of spiraling for me because I've always been a talker too, but expressively, I've
mhm,
always felt like writing is a safe space for me because I can
mhm.
share it or I don't have to. If you talk to yourself, people think you're crazy, right? But if you're writing, if
Mm,
you're writing to yourself, that's between you and you. And so when I
absolutely.
lost that, it took a series of things to happen in my life that brought me back to it, and
Mm,
it just felt like, oh, finally my friend.
mm,
Writing is my friend. Writing, that relationship is so sacred to me and it's private, and I can be totally myself, and I can be a little selfish and not share it with anyone else. And I think we
yeah.
all need that. We need that
Mhm.
space just for us.
So beautiful. It's like reuniting with your long lost friend. And I agree that obviously this book is about writing and sharing it in books, but writing just as healing, to be
Mhm.
cathartic for our own expression, to process our own emotions and feelings and experiences. It's so
Yes.
valuable. I am an avid journaler, so I am right there with you. I don't think I could like function without my journaling practice. So it's
Woo!
such a beautiful thing. So we're going to be sharing more about that because that's something that you really do a lot with your clients is creative journaling and expressive journaling. So I want to dig into that with you. Um, so let's see. So once you started writing again, the gates kind of opened up for you, right? You had an
Mhm.
opportunity to contribute to a blog, so you went ahead and you applied to do that and got accepted.
Yes.
And then that elevated to having an opportunity to write in a multi-author book, which
Mhm.
expanded into you starting your own publishing company. So things really just were like, okay, here's the path, and you were taking those leaps all along the way. Um, what made you decide to take that final leap and start your own publishing company?
Well, number one, it was the experience that I had in the multi-author book. That truly was like, because I had started writing again, and that relationship with writing is so sacred to me,
Mhm.
to be a part of something where it was like taken care of.
Mm.
It was somewhere where our relationship can grow. It's like I like to say, I was like, you know what? I actually want to offer this opportunity to people that I know too, people, women specifically that I know that need some healing, and offer writing as an opportunity for them to find their healing. Because I'm this type of person. There are some people that are very structured and they find things in steps. I'm not like that. I'm kind
Mm.
of like this.
I'm with you. I hear you.
so so writing gives me an opportunity to be like that. I can
Yeah.
ramble, I can do my morning
Mm.
pages, and I don't have to edit it. It could just all come out, and I kind of figure things out as I go. So for women that are like me, that they're writing and they go, oh, okay, I never thought about that. And then, and then they, oh, go back up here. And then I can read that again and go to this page and see how I healed from this situation. And now I have gratitude because I'm not there anymore. I'm here. That's
Mm.
kind of how I move. And so
Yeah.
I wanted to offer that to more people.
Yeah. So, and you realized how truly powerful that writing and publishing your story could be, not just for you personally in your own creative expression and expansion, but also for your clients while you were working on your second multi-author book as a publisher called From One Mother to Another. And
Yeah.
in your chapter, you share about your dear friend Monique, who was a
Mhm.
co-author in that book. And can you share a little bit about her story and kind of what has transpired since then, and kind of cementing all of the meaning for all of this?
Yeah, I think the so a lot happened to get me back to writing, but then when I got back to it, she and I had experienced an illness together, same time. I healed, she didn't. But in the right when we were writing this book, she was an artist.
Mm.
And she was like, I don't write. I'm not a writer. And I'm like, hey, just write a letter to another mom. You know how to write a letter, right? Just write a letter. And I'm so glad that she did. And she shared with me that it was therapeutic for her. She actually shared that with other people too, which made me feel great. And it confirmed that
Mm.
I'm in the right space.
Yeah.
Because, and publishing to me, this is it all together. Because once she passed, what her children now will have forever
Mm.
is her words in this book. And her chapter was really about them. And I always talk about that because we were supposed to be writing from moms to moms, which she did, but she took the time and went through each pregnancy, all four children, what was happening in her life with her husband at the time, all those things. And really, for each child, she made it a point to say, at this point, I was going through this and I loved him and he came in and so the power of writing, the power of publishing, of telling
Mhm.
your story, of finding your voice, even if it goes like this, right? Even if it's not,
Especially if it goes like that.
especially if it goes like that. Especially if it goes like that. It's a beautiful thing. And to be able to put it in something that is forever.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to mention her. And I actually, this painting came from her house. She didn't paint it. But
Mm.
when she passed, her oldest daughter said, do you want some paintings of moms? And I was like, yeah. So I keep this behind me because it's a constant reminder for me that, number one, that she's here with me as I'm moving through this process, but also the reason why I mentioned her in the book is because that experience with her and her life story really confirmed for me, okay, you're on the right path. You're
Yeah.
doing the right thing.
Mm.
I had to kind of clear my message up and figure out exactly what I was doing, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's,
That's the path,
that's
right?
the path.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wanted to share her story in there because we're talking about what I'm talking about in the chapter, expressive writing and how writing is therapeutic. And she confirmed that for me. And
Mm.
and not only was it therapeutic for her, but it was therapeutic for her family once she passed because
Yeah.
they got a chance to read
They
it.
have
And
this living document, this
yes,
legacy that she left, and a reminder to them, and now it's in a book that they get to
yeah,
keep and read whenever they want and remember. And what a special thing for her. I mean, I think
yeah,
whole thing really to get to reflect on all of the, being a mother and have that experience writing it to really get clear because it is sometimes
yes.
our thoughts and our journaling is like this, right? And then
Mhm.
when you elevate it to, okay, now I'm presenting this to someone else, then, you put a little different kind of structure behind it and you have to kind of think about how it's going to be presented. And all of that process helps us get clearer, such
Yes.
clarity on whatever it is that we're sharing about, right? It's just
Mhm.
so much clarity that comes through. And so I'm sure it was such a blessing for her and then now for her kids to get
Mhm.
to have that. And for you, to
Yes.
have your friend who got to work with you and participate to confirm what you knew was true for you, that was also true for her, and how that has really just continued to transpire and how you've gained clarity in your own work and how you're working with your clients. It's such a beautiful.
Exactly. And I tell clients all the time that the process, that's the point. The process is the point. It's it's
Mm,
it's your intention, yes.
mm,
The product is beautiful, yes. But
mm,
don't forget to embrace the process because that's
mm,
where this process in this book has taught me so much. And
mm,
on the personal end, especially with grieving and how that affected my business.
yeah.
But that was all a part of the process.
Mm,
And it fed into the chapter that I wrote. I needed all of that to happen in order to express the importance of using writing as a tool to heal and to get back to creativity and to grow. You can use it. I mean,
yeah.
all of that, right?
And
So this book was wonderful for me.
mm, I love it. And I'm so excited. So mark your calendars. May 8th is
Yes.
coming to debut for aspiring authors or published authors or people who want to deepen in their writing or their healing or their publishing. There's so much in this book, and I'm so, so, so excited about it. And I know the readers
Me
are going to be
too.
absolutely pleased. So, and it's true what you said about the process. And I think, isn't that true about life? Like,
Yes.
so many people want to get to the destination or in a hurry to get somewhere. And really, it's the process. So I think what you're doing is really reminding people about that across life, not just, as you embrace
Ooh,
this in
yes.
writing, you're also
Mm-hmm.
understanding this is life. Life is the process. Once
Oh,
you fall
you
in love
quote
with
me
the
on that.
process, once you
Yes.
fall in love with the process, then the destination is just like the cherry on top. When you get wherever you're going, then it's like,
Exactly.
oh, okay, this is where I'm at, and I went through all of that to get here. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
so, so, so incredible. So there are several ways that you work with your clients, but I know for you right now, at the heart of you and at the center of your business is really working with sharing, helping people share their voice, their story, their creative expression, and using writing for wellness through expressive journaling. Can you share a little bit about what that looks like, how you work with your clients in that way?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, it just got dark outside. It's getting ready to rain, so I just noticed it's dark in here. So one of the things that we do, like on May 2nd, I'm offering what I call a virtual lunch and creative coaching session, and it's literally no pressure. I invite you to bring journal and a pen. You can use your laptop if you want to, but there's something super powerful about using your
Pen to
hand.
paper.
That pen
Mm,
to paper is so powerful. So and what we do is just get in this creative container and you come with where you're stuck.
mm,
And sometimes people don't even know where they're stuck. They don't know why. They
yeah.
don't think about the fact that they're going through something in their relationship. And so that's why they can't creatively flow. Like they can't find their flow because there's
Yeah.
something happening around them. And so what we
Sometimes
do
we're so
is
far in it, we can't see it,
you
right?
can't see it. And sometimes it
Yeah.
takes other people to see it for you, right? They
Mhm,
go, oh, well, have you considered? And so if it's not me, it's going to be someone else on the call that go, oh,
mhm,
well, maybe that's why. That's a tough thing you're going through. So emotionally, that's a weight for you. And so
mm,
we journal about it. I curate prompts that help you think. And I never really ask in group sessions for them to share it in the chat. It's always on paper. And then tell them, hey, and then go back and peel that layer. So then
mm,
ask yourself with that, why? Because sometimes if we take the time, which is why I always preach about slowing down,
mm.
and journaling causes you to slow down. Like you have to slow down to write. You
Yeah.
can't, I mean, it's not effective if you journal on the go. Like
Right.
that's, but if you're like intentionally like there with your pen and paper and there's journal prompts that follow that say, oh, I never thought about that. Let me peel back
Mm,
that layer. And I'm not saying that it's easy. So that's why I offer the group coaching because I help kind of coach you through that. It's not going to be easy as you peel back layers because some stuff you've been avoiding
yeah.
um and you really don't want to deal with, but in order to get to healing we need to go through the tough stuff, and that's the support that I give. And but that journal is yours. That is your private, personal, sacred space that
Yeah.
you can share or not. That is your little love affair with your words, your thoughts, and how you feel, and you're free to express yourself however you feel like you need to.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And so this is something you're going to be offering monthly,
Yes.
recurring, right? And it's a free opportunity to come connect with Kay, work with
Mhm.
her, get a little bit of her magic. And I'm assuming hear more about some of your paid offers and ways that people can work
Yes.
with you one-on-one and in some of your other containers. How, and I know that, this creative, the expressive journaling, for some of your authors has expanded into becoming published authors. So
Mhm.
how have you seen that transpire for your clients?
It's been very interesting, and my favorite part about it is the authors that actually end up writing a children's book.
Mm,
And I am so in love with that process that I'm actually building a program around that right now because some people want to tell their story, but maybe it overlaps with someone else's in their lives and they're afraid to tell it, or
Mhm.
they're embarrassed by what happened. And so we actually work through and create a children's book, because you can change the character, a fiction
Mhm.
period. You can
Yeah,
change the character, it can be loosely based, but
yeah.
it's a way that they, and we journal about it first. Like, what is your story? Okay, so how can we pick that apart and actually create a different story? You're telling your story, you're just telling it in a different way.
Mm.
And so that's my favorite. I love taking the journals and like creating a book, but I love the fact that fiction gives people a chance to kind of switch things up a little bit.
Taking creativity and creative expression to a whole new level. I absolutely love
Yes.
it. So I want to read just a snippet of your chapter as we close here, because I think it's so beautiful and really at the
Oh, thank
heart
you.
of what you shared. So I'm just going to do that. So you share, as you establish your relationship with expressive writing, and you will discover the beauty of taking your time and learning how to just be you. Continue to move through each day. The creative process is all about alignment and flow, and writing creates a space for you to find yours. You don't have to rush it. You can take your time and allow the process to run its course. Writing is not judgmental. You don't need professional training or to show up as anyone else. It allows you to be who you are, and it welcomes you as you are. In the process of expressive writing through journaling, that you become a storyteller. After all, who better to tell your story than you? Really
Yes.
beautiful. So
Thank
beautiful.
you.
So if you want to have an opportunity to read Kay's chapter along with the other contributors and get published, make sure to mark your calendars May 8th. So excited to be sharing all of the things that the wisdom, expertise, the experience, really the heart in indie and self-publishing, and the people who are the people who are working in this field, how passionate they are about helping
Mhm.
people to write, to heal, to share their stories in all of these different ways. So make sure to mark your calendars, connect with Kay, and check out her monthly lunch creative workshops. And that's all for us. So excited to have this with
Me
you.
too. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Nicolette.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Okay.